Well, hello, everybody out there. We decided to do a little bit of a soft start from now on, about 10 minutes before we actually kick off with the main quiz. I'm going to pop on and see who's around. Gives us a nice time to have a little bit of a chat. So if you are there, is there anybody out there as it goes? If there is anybody there, just let me know in the comment box. Going to be doing things slightly different again this evening. I think we're probably the quickest evolving quiz on the planet, on the internet at the moment. I think this is a bad decision to wear this jacket tonight, but it sort of fits in with the rest of the set. So hey ho. Once again, if you have just joined us, from now on, about 5 minutes, 10 minutes before every squiz, we'll be having a little bit of a soft start. I'll be switching on the comment box, a chance for everybody to say hello. I don't get much of a chance actually doing the quiz itself for the simple reason it's all bam, 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 bam. Answer this question, do that question, with the exception of asking you to type in answers every now and then, and because the 20-second delay, don't really have much of a chance to have a chat. So I thought it would be a great idea, 10 minutes in the beginning, just to switch on a little bit early, and then if anybody wants to come and say hello, then you can do, or if anybody wants to say hello with anybody else via the comment box, you can do. I've just been listening to everybody out here. Oh, did I snort then? I think I snorted. I haven't snorted, well, I don't think I've ever snorted before. I've just been listening to everybody out there doing, I think, what is the final official clap for carers. And it's been building up every Thursday, more and more people. And there was a heck of a lot of them out there today. I think my mother just about broke her spoon. But it's okay. So it's just as well as the last one, I think. They're having a bit of a party next door, so I've had to close the windows, and I didn't want to put the fan on because I thought if I turn the fan on, you're probably going to hear it, and it's probably going to be really, really irritating. So no fan, closed windows, small room, lighting. That you don't need to. That's not a question. That I'm gonna bake this evening. Right, let's have a little look then. Well, it's coming up for 10 past 7 o'clock. As I said, we're kicking off at 10 past 8. 10 past 8. Oh, lordy. 10 past 8 o'clock. We're kicking off at 8:15. But because talking about the clap for carers, because this was the last official clap for carers, from now on every Thursday we will be starting at 8 o'clock. Right, the same as we do on Sunday. So from now on, every Thursday, kicking off at 8 o'clock instead of the usual 8:15. The only reason we did 8:15 was for the clap for carers, to give you a chance to pop out there and have a bit of a clap. I think we've sorted out all the technical difficulties that we had last week, and thank you to everybody that stuck with us through that. We are slowly building. Yes. Sorry, got somebody popping in. That's my mother popping in to say hello, I think. I think she wonders what I do up here. Right. Okay, so if you are watching, if you are listening, as I say, please let me know. There's nothing worse than sitting here talking to a camera by yourself. Can't see anybody there at the moment. 4 minutes to go. I've noticed that a lot of people do tend to tune in just a minute or 2 minutes before we're actually due to kick off, and I haven't really announced that we're doing a bit of a pre-chat, so it's only to be expected. Oh, hello. Who have we got? We've got somebody. Jordan, hello, mate. I've seen your name pop up a few times. Where are you from? You're the first one. You're the first one to join us tonight, George. If I'd have been giving prizes away for punctuality, you would be at the top of my list. So where are you tonight, George? Anywhere exciting? What have you been up to today? Oh, Mr. Cranny, now we're starting to get a feel. I've been sitting here jabbering away for the last 5 minutes waiting for somebody to join me. Hello, Mr. Cranny. Hello, Mr. Heron. Yeah, hello, Petra. Petra's got a clap. Shrewsbury, that's right. I remember. You'll have to excuse. I know I'm a quiz master, but you'll have to excuse me. I've got the worst memory in. What was I saying? Oh yes, worst memory in the world. I just can't remember from one day to the other. How is Shrewsbury today? Is that nice and sunny? It's absolutely wonderful. Wonderful up here. It's been absolutely baking. I was saying before you came, I've been watching everybody do the final clap for carers out here, and it's been building up every week. And this week was quite something. And then it reminded me that Thursdays, which is our Thursdays quiz, we only really do it at 8:15 because of the clap for carers. Well, because it's the first, last official one today, I think what we'll do is from next Thursday, we'll round them all up and make them all at 8 o'clock. So Sunday and Thursday will be at 8 o'clock. Good evening, Mr. James. How are we? Very hot and enjoying a nice cold beer. I wish I could, mate. I wish I could. I hope you enjoyed yourself in your back garden. I envisage you. I don't know why I thought you were in your back garden then. You might be just sitting down or whatever, but in your thing. But for some reason, I thought you were in the back garden. Who else have we got? Mr. James. Hello, Mr. James. How are we? One of our regulars there. Nice. I got to keep an eye on the time because I decided that from now on, all those of you that have just joined, I decided that from now on, I'm going to do a 10-minute pre-chat before the actual quiz started. But I want to make sure that we do still start the quiz on time for everybody else that might be coming along and have busy schedules as you tend to do. So I want to start at 8:15, which is probably about 30 seconds away now. I would have thought. I have got a very, very special announcement to make. But if you fancy popping along and having a chat, we will be having a little bit of a pre-quiz chat for 10 minutes, starting off at about 8:05 on all quiz nights till about 8:15. Right, okay, well, there you go. Nothing like being punctual. So I think it's just about time to go. I think this is going to change any second as I'm speaking to you, so I'm getting my finger here, getting ready to go. It's Squiz time. Squiz. Oh, and I'm back in the... Oh, I forgot to play the opening titles. Oh, slap on the wrist, slap on the wrist. Shall I do that now? Yeah, no, I can't be bothered. A bit more informal. So we got a few more of you in. Let me just move that over there. Hope you've had a great time since I last saw you. When were we last around? It was Sunday, wasn't it, last time? Yep, Sunday last time. Thursday. Oh, that reminds me. I've got something to tell you. From now on, we've made an executive decision that we are going 3 times a week. Now, obviously, you don't have to join us all 3 times. It would be fantastic if you did. But we're now going to be going on Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. So, right. So do join us for that. We've got some new games in the pipeline that we're trying to put in. We're still sort of juggling around the format a little bit, taking in suggestions that you say. Always open to suggestions, because at the end of the day, it's your quiz and it's all about being one great big family, isn't it? So we're going to Thursday. What other announcements have I got to make? No, I think that's just about it, really. If you were here last time, we had a little bit of a hiccup. That's hopefully all sorted. Our quiz is now going back to the old format of 4 rounds of 6 questions. We will be having, right at the very beginning, an opportunity for somebody to enter our safe cracker, at the end of the show. So right now, that's what I'm going to actually be doing first now, is I'm going to be giving somebody, one of you, the chance of entering our safe cracker and guessing the code of our safe. And of course, every time or every episode that you don't get your the code right, then we chuck an extra £5 into the safe. The safe at the moment is what is? Let's take a look at the safe actually. Let's see how that is at the moment. This is the current state of our safe. Current contents of it are at £20. We've had one guess so far, and that guess was, as you can see there, 54832. Now I'm not going to tell you what the code. I'm not going to tell you what I'm obviously not going to tell you what the code is. What I can tell you though is if you look at that code, and we will be posting these on Facebook as well. If you take the number 54832, a green dot underneath it means you got the correct number in the correct place, and a red dot means you got the correct number in the wrong place. All right. So we've got three correct numbers there in that first guess, and one of them is in the right place, and two of them are in the wrong place. Seeing as we're on the safe cracker screen, before we dive into our main quiz, we might as well give somebody the chance of actually doing this. To guess a code, what you need to do first of all is you need to get the pass the guard and tell the guard the password to get into our room. So here's our security guard, right? And our security guard is after a password. The first person that types in the password, the correct password, all right, will go through and get a chance of guessing the code to our safe and progressing us all a little bit closer to opening that big door. So listen up and I'll tell you what your clue is. Only the security guard and myself know the password. When I say go, you can start typing in passwords, but you're going to need a clue first of all. The first one to guess the password gets the chance of guessing the actual main code of our safe. So without any more ado, let's have a little look. Our clue for today is chocolate bar. Go! Chocolate bar. All right, chocolate bar. I'm after a chocolate bar. What chocolate bar am I after? So I realize that you're 20 seconds behind, so it's probably going to be about 20 seconds before you start typing things in. Just type in chocolate bars at random, and the first person that I see typing in the correct chocolate bar will win themselves the chance to get through to our fruit and nut. Petra Cranny, thank you for that guess. It's not a fruit and nut. It's not a double-decker. It's not a double-decker, and it's not a fruit and nut. Dairy milk. No, it's not a dairy milk. It's not a dairy milk. Galaxy? No, not a Galaxy. Nice guess. Nice guess. It might not necessarily be a solid bar of chocolate. All right, there might be other stuff in it, but you'd classify it as chocolate if you saw it on the the confectionery stand. It's classified as chocolate. It's not Topic. It's not Milky Way. It's not Fruit and Nut. It's not Galaxy. All right, it's not any of those so far. What are you missing out there? What are you missing out? There's one that you're missing out. I'm quite partial to this one, in fact. How can I give you a clue? How can I give you a clue? No, it's not a Mars. No, Jean. Hello, Jean. No, it's not a twirl. Petra. No, it's not a Mars. It's not a Twix. It's not a twirl. It's been around for ages, this chocolate bar, right? It's not a caramel. It's not a Mars bar. It's not a Mars bar. I'm going to turn this up so I can see what's going on. Yeah. It's not a caramel. It's not a Mars bar. It's not a Twix. It's been around for a long time, this has, right? I will tell you, it's not a solid chocolate bar. There is something inside this chocolate bar. It is essentially something surrounded by chocolate. Something surrounded by chocolate. It's not a Karamak, Jean. Thank you for guessing. It's not a Karen Petrocratic. It's not a Turkish delight. Come on, somebody's got to get this. We've been through virtually the entire confectionery stand here. Jason Cooper. No, it's not a Milky Way. It's not a Milky Way, Jason. Thank you for joining it. It's not a Milky Way. What is it? I've got the answer. I'll display it on the screen. Right, I'm not cheating. It's how can I describe this? It's inside it is it's not a cream egg. No, it's not a cream egg. It's not a cream egg. Oh, how can I say it's inside it? It's white inside, right? Okay. What is inside is white. No, it's not a Snickers. It's not a Snickers. It's white inside, and it's loads of little bits. And it's not a Ferrero Rocher. It's not a Ferrero Rocher. What is it? How can I give it what clue? It's not a Kit Kat. It's like white inside. This is it starts with a. It's not a Kinder Bueno. It's not a Kinder Bueno. Fries chocolate cream. It's not a Fries chocolate cream. I'll tell you what it starts with. Ready? Yes, Jason Cooper. Jason Cooper. Stop everything. Jason Cooper. It was. Watch your security man shirt. Watch this. Watch your security man shirt. Bing! It was a bounty. Jason Cooper. Well done, Jason Cooper. You have get the chance to. Thank you, John. You're obviously still a little bit behind there. You get the chance to guess a 5-digit code to the safe. Right? I'm going to give you while I'm going to give you the entire episode to think about it. And I'll ask you right at the very end, jot a 5-digit number down. Now, we've only had one guess so far, all right? So the chances are you're probably not going to get it. However, what will happen is I will analyze that and I will tell everybody, put it out there, that there's one of these numbers wrong, there's 2 of these numbers wrong, or there's 3 of these numbers wrong, right? And you will get everybody one step a little bit closer. And do you know what I'm going to do, Jace? I'm going to dash off in a minute as soon as I've realised where I've put. Do you know what? I don't know where I don't know where I've put all the scratch cards. That I'm going to have to dash off slightly in a minute and try and get some of those scratch cards. Okay, well done to everybody that took part. Now that I can see we've got a few more joining us, let's see who's there. John Arnold, hello. Jason Cooper, hello. Lisa Daniel, hello. Thank you for your guest, Lisa Daniel. Jean Cranny, David Bryant got it as well. You know, I probably had so many bounties that I, David, when we were doing that show together, that you probably knew that straight away. Okay, I'm going to give you a scratch card, Mr. Cooper, and then at the end we're going to find out what your guess is to the to our safe cracker. We have got some more chances of winning scratch cards and more chances of winning money during the course of the show. Essentially, in the break between rounds 1 and 2 and rounds 3 and 4, where we used to have our bands, we're going to do a Squiz question there, and right at the very end, before Jason gives us his guess as to what the code's going to be for the safe, we're going to put a Squiz question in there. But right now, however, we're going to go on with the main with our main quiz. So if you're not here for the money, if you're just here to have a little bit of fun, we've changed the questions a little bit and we tried to make them a little bit more fun. We thought there's loads of people out there that are doing general knowledge questions and things. So we've swapped it, changed it all in our head. And rather than a general knowledge quiz, we're going to call it a trivia quiz. And a lot of the stuff that you will find here from now on, you might be a little bit of general knowledge, but will also be some of those, oh, I didn't know that. Some conversation stoppers, as we'd like to call them. Now, on the Squiz questions, as you said, hello, Mr. Berger, how are we? Good. I know what he's going to say. He's going, have you done anything yet? No, I haven't done it. I've been working on this, mine. I've been working on this, all right? Hello, how are we? All right. Yeah, as you know, in the Squiz questions, we do encourage you to put your answers in, type away, and the fastest fingers first, the first one to do it. However, in the main quiz, part 1 of which we're going into now, we are asking you, don't put the answers on the screen, please. All right, don't put your answers in the comment box, because people are sort of playing it for fun, and if you are putting the answers in the comment box, then it sort of spoils their fun. Don't worry though, you will get a chance to fiddle around with the comment box when we come to the break in between rounds 2 and rounds 3, when we ask another Squiz question and we give away the chance of winning a little bit of money via our scratch cards. All right, enough talking for me. I think that's everything that I need to be said. We've got a few more people joined, so if you have just joined us, just a quick little catch up. We are now broadcasting on Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. All right, we're broadcasting 3 times a week, and we have changed our Thursday broadcast from 8:15 to 8 o'clock because there's no longer a clap for carers. Okay, right then. Well, let's get on with it then, shall we? Why not? Here we go. Seconds out, main quiz, round one. Ding ding. Okay, right. Good luck to each and every one of you, however you are playing, whether you're playing with yourself or playing with other people. Let's have a look at our first question then, shall we? Here we go. Question number 1. Which of these statements is correct? The yolk of an egg is white or the yolk of an egg are white? Once again, please don't put your answers in the comment box. All right, this is purely for fun now. 2 rounds of 6 questions. We'll run through the rounds. We'll have a quick little recap and then I'll do the answers at the end of each half. So we'll have round 1, round 2, then the answers. Then in our break, we'll be having a Squiz question, then it's on to rounds 3 and 4. So that's question number 1. Which of these statements is correct? The yolk of an egg is white or the yolk of an egg are white? Question number 1. Question number 2. When is the Earth closest to the Sun? As you can see, we've decided to give you some multiple choice questions. And the reason for this is because we decided to put in some fun facts. We thought that nobody's ever going to know some of these answers, so we thought we'd give you a fighting chance and put some true and false and some multiple choice in. So when is the Sun closest to the Earth? Is it on A, the 3rd of January, or B, the 3rd of June? All right. When is the Sun closest to the Earth? Is it A, the 3rd of January, or B, the 3rd of June? Question number 3. Who said, "I've never had an accident worth talking about"? Who said, "I've never had an accident worth talking about"? Right? Who said, "I've never had an accident worth talking about"? No multiple choice for that. And when our question master, who I will introduce you to a little bit later, slap on the wrist, I forgot to introduce you today. Sorry, Anthony. Who lovingly chooses each one of these questions. When he actually posed that to me, we were talking about putting multiple choice, but I did get it right first time. So mind you, that's the way my weird brain works. So that was question number 3. Who said, "I've never had an accident worth talking about"? Question 4. What is the plural of yes? What is the plural of yes? What's the plural of yes? Question number 5. In the Middle Ages, what did people throw at the bride and groom? So in a wedding ceremony, right, in the Middle Ages, what did people throw at the bride and groom? Was it A, cabbage leaves, B, corn, C, eggs, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Or D, the nearest child? I hope it's D. So in the Middle Ages, what did people throw at the bride and groom? A, cabbage leaves, B, corn, C, eggs, D, the nearest child. And finally, question 6. How many strings does a violin have? How many strings does a violin have? So that's how many strings does a violin have? Gonna quickly run through those one more time, very, very quickly, and then we're on to round 2. So question 1 was, which of these statements is correct? The yolk of an egg is white or the yolk of an egg are white? Question 2, when is the Earth closest to the Sun? Is it A, the 3rd of January, or B, the 3rd of June? Question 3, who said, "I've never had an accident worth talking about"? Wish he'd kept his gob. Oh. Okay, question number 4. What is the plural of yes? In that, if you got yes, 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 and no, I don't want you to put that. Don't just put yes, 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 yes. Right? What is the plural of yes? Question number 5. In the Middle Ages, what did people throw at the bride and groom? Was it A, cabbage leaves, B, corn, C, eggs, or D, the nearest child? Please let it be D. And finally, number 6, how many strings does a standard violin have? That is it for round 1. We're going on to round 2. Ring that bell. Here we go. Bing, bing. Ow! All right, how are you all doing so far? Hope you're doing well. Let's see if you better yourself or you worsen yourself. Is worsen such a word? I don't know whether it's worsen such a word. Oh, I did say before we do this that I needed to say hello. I missed him out a little bit earlier on. Where is he? Where is he? Oh yeah, there he is. I think I've got to bring this screen back up before I can actually do this. If you have any problems with any of the questions set this evening, this is the guy that actually set them, and hopefully within the next couple of episodes or whatever, we are going to try and get him live on here. Perhaps even to do some live questions. You'll never know. So that's Mr. Cranny, and hopefully we'll have him live doing some questions as well. The more involvement, the better. And if any of you have got any questions, any like little teasers or anything you'd like to let us know, then please let us know. Okay, right. We were on round 2 then, weren't we? Yes, we were. Question number 1. Round number 2. Question 1. What does the E stand for in the food additives E numbers? Now, you've probably all got... I know what's happening now, because I can hear you all over the country. You're all going, oh, my Lord, E additives. I know E additives. I don't actually know what it stands for, all right? What does it stand for? You might be surprised when you hear it. Then again, if you know, you might not be surprised. So what does the E stand for in food additives? Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to question 2, then I'm going to disappear off your screen because I've got this radio mic on, so you'll still be able to hear me. But I'm going to disappear off the screen and frantically go running to try and find out where I've put the scratch cards, which we need for the last part of the show. I haven't got a clue where they are. They should be over there, but they don't appear to be. Right, so question number 2. This is where I disappear. If I can work out how to do question number 2. Here we go. True or false? Ants have 6 lungs. Ants have 6 lungs. Is that true or is it false? If you think it's true, then you obviously put down true. If you think it's false, then you put down false. And I'm back. Found them. There you go. That didn't take much doing, did it? I'm going to put those over there. So we've got, Anthony, if you are watching, you need to keep a track of everybody who's won one of these. I know, Mr. Cooper, you've won one. I'm sure you'll let me know. So I'll put that aside for you. We'll scratch it right at the very end, Mr. Cooper, all right? Question number 3. Trois. Is that what you say? Trois, I don't know. Question number 3. Found in households worldwide, what was once referred to as white gold and considered a luxury until the late 1700s. So found in households worldwide, it was once referred to, as white gold and considered a luxury until the late 1700s. What's wrong with my teeth today? Late 1700s, all right? What is it? What is it? Can you tell me what that is, please? Question number 4. A butt was a medieval unit of measurement for wine. It was, right? That's not the question. That's a fact. A butt was, it's amazing what you learn here, isn't it? A butt was a medieval unit of a measurement of wine. How much is a buttload of wine? Keep your answers clean, please. How much is a buttload of wine? Is it A, 12 litres, B, 48 litres, C, 75 litres, or D, 125 litres? Now, another reason that we put some of these multiple choice in as well is that we have been told by several people that their kids quite like the show, and can we put in some children's questions? So you will notice as we going along, we have been putting in some, or we will be putting in some children's bias questions. And as soon as we've sort of redone the structure, in our next episode, we'll be putting in every round a children-friendly questions, so that if you are playing with children, you've got two families that are actually playing with children, you could just let the kids battle it out for that question. All right, so that's coming up soon, amongst many other things. All right, that was question number 4. Butt is a medieval unit of measurement for wine. How much is a buttload of wine? Question number 5. Who was Time Magazine's Man of the Year 1938? Who was Time Magazine's Man of the Year 1938? And finally, question number 6. If you suffer from arachnophobia, from which animal are you scared? If you suffer from arachnophobia, which animal are you scared of? Arachnophobia. All right, let's run through them very quickly again, and then we'll go over the answers so you can mark your first 2 rounds. And then it's quiz time again, where we're going to be asking you to get back in them comment boxes and get a chance of winning yourself some dosh. Right, quickly over round 2 though. Again, question number 1. What does E stand for in the food additive number E? E numbers. Question number 2. True or false? Ants have 6 lungs. Is that true or false? Oh wow. Question number 3. Found in households worldwide. What was once referred to as white gold and considered a luxury item until the late 1700s? Question 4. A butt was a medieval unit of a measurement of wine. How much is a buttload of wine? Question 5. Who was Time Magazine's Man of the Year in 1938? And question number 6. If you suffered from arachnophobia, which animal are you scared of? That's it for the first part. Let's do the answers. Squiz. Okay, right, starting off then with round number 1 of 2. First question, sorry, have you swapped your papers yet? Have you done what you need to do? Good, come on, keep up. Question number 1, round number 1 was this. Which of these statements is correct? The yolk of an egg is white, or the yolk of an egg are white? The yolk of an egg is white, or the yolk of an egg are white? Did you spot it? If you did, well done. Give yourself a pat on the back, like you've been sitting under a cow. The yolk of an egg is white, the yolk of an egg are white. The answer is neither of these correct, because the yolk of an egg is actually yellow, right? If you didn't fall for it, well done, thumbs up, Merry Christmas. I'll inform the Queen, and perhaps she'll send you a card. If you did fall for it, I should have a Nelson thingy, shouldn't I? Go, no, copyright issues and all sorts of things, never mind. Okay, but yeah, back to the thing, that was answer number 1. Question number 2. When is the Earth closest to the Sun? When is the Earth closest to the Sun? On the 3rd of January or the 3rd of June? All right, okay. Well, you would think that it would be the 3rd of June, wouldn't you? Because it's hotter then. But it's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with the actual heat and everything. It's to do with the elliptical path, and it's to do with lots of things. Anyway, the answer is it's actually the 3rd of January. 3rd of January. So well done if you got that right. Question number 3. Who said, I've never had an accident worth talking about? No, you could have guessed this, all right? If you didn't know, you could have guessed it. And you'll know why, because if you think of the worst calamity, the worst catastrophe ever, right, to take part on this planet, you'll probably be thinking about this man, Edward J. Smith. He was the captain of the Titanic. Yep, he said, I've never had an accident worth talking about. Obviously, he said that before he went to the Titanic, not after, because he did say an awful lot after he'd been on it. So, yeah. Question number 4. What is the plural of yes? I wouldn't accept yes. The plural of yes is yes is. And that's the way you spelt it. That's the way you do it. That's not the way, necessarily the way you spelt it, right? That's the way you spell it. You should spell it. Right, you might have spelled it completely differently, but I won't accept you spelling it like N-O or cow or dog or anything like that. As long as you get the spelling's irrelevant, all right? As long as it oh look, get an extra point. Yeah, there you go. Give an extra point for the spelling if you want. Okay, but it's actually yes is. yeses. Question number 5. In the Middle Ages, what did people throw at the bride and the groom? So they're getting married, bride and groom getting married. Hello, happy thingy. Sorry to bring up marriage if you were supposed to be getting married any time in the last month or the next couple of months and you've had to postpone your wedding. But it could be worse if you were living in the Middle Ages. Just watch this. In the Middle Ages, what did people throw at the bride and bridegroom? Was it cabbage leaves? Was it corn? Was it eggs? Or was it the nearest child? Please let it be the nearest child. No, it wasn't. It was eggs. All right. So in the Middle Ages, what did people throw at the bride and bridegroom? A, cabbage leaves, B, corn. It was in fact eggs. All right. So that's what you throw at the. That's what they were throwing at people in the Middle Ages. Weren't they nice? They're probably throwing eggs just to make them smell a bit nicer because everybody smelled something chronic in the Middle Ages, didn't they? Yeah. And finally, question number 6. How many strings does a standard violin have? How many strings does a standard violin have? The answer to that, if you're musical, and you will know, especially if you play the violin. If you're not musical, well, you might know anyway, and you might be musical and not know, so I don't know why I bothered saying that. The answer is 4, right? 4, and a bit of useless bonus information there. The strings are actually tuned to G, D, A, and E. That's what I'm saying. That's what it reads there. That's what Mr. Cranny reckons they are tuned to. If they're not tuned to that, and you know better, don't blame me because I didn't do it. All right. So that's round 1. Round 2. Let's go through the answers. Round 2. Question number 1. What does the E stand for in the word stand for in food additives? E numbers. Does anybody know this? If you know this, put the answers in the comments now. Right. I'm going to pad for 20 seconds or for 30 seconds. Right. And I've been talking quite a bit, so people don't want me padding too much. I want to give you the answer, but if you do know what the answer is, right? Put it in the answer box now, and I might even give you a card. Shall I give you a card? Yeah, I'll give you a card. First one, all right, to put the answer in. What does what have we got? E additive. I've got no. Have I got anybody come through? No. What does the E stand for in food additives? E numbers. E numbers. Any idea? I don't know. Long. Perhaps the delay's got a bit further than I thought it would be. Right. I'm going to count to 15. I'm going to count to 15 because we've nearly been 30 seconds now. So unless the delay's gone tremendous, everybody's actually out there going, I don't know, I haven't got a clue. If you do know, put your answer in and you get one of these. What does the E stand for in food additives? E numbers. That's it. I'm not going to allow you any time to Google because I know what you like, some of you. All right, what does it stand for? What does it stand for? No, too late. Sorry. The answer is Europe. It actually stands for Europe. Would you believe that? E? No, I wouldn't know that either. Question number 2. True or false? Ants have 6 lungs. Ants have 6 lungs. Is that true or false? Now, it's one of those ones that you can go, that can't be true. Can it, for goodness sake? But why has he put it, is he double bluffing me and everything? No, they don't have 6 lungs. They don't have 6 lungs at all. Sorry. But the amazing thing is, they actually have no lungs at all. Ants don't have lungs. Don't ask me how they exist. But they must exist, because who was it that said, was it Nietzsche that said, I think, therefore I am? Well, that can't be right, can it? Because that means that if you think, therefore you are. If you don't think, therefore you don't exist. So anything that doesn't think doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. Anyway, ants have no lungs at all whatsoever. Question number 3. Found in households worldwide, what was once referred to as white gold and considered a luxury until the late 1700s? The answer to that is, of course, sugar. Well, not necessarily, of course. You might have known, you might not have known. Question number 4. Oh, we're plowing through them now, aren't we? A butt was a medieval unit of measurement for wine. How much is a buttload of wine? How much is a buttload of wine? Is it A, 12 litres, B, 48 litres? Hello, Mr. Crook, how are you? Join in the quiz. Come on, get going. Join in the quiz. Going to give you a chance of winning some money in a minute, so make sure you stay there. Is a buttload of wine 12 litres, 48 litres, 75 litres, or 125 litres? A buttload of wine. How much is it? The answer is, it is... look for the button there. It's 75 litres. 75 litres. So if you drank a buttload of wine, you'd be in a buttload of trouble. Question number 5. Who was Time Magazine's Man of the Year in 1938? 1938. Who was Time Magazine? You're not going to believe who this was. This was actually Adolf Hitler. That says a lot for Time Magazine's Men of the Year, doesn't it? Everybody that followed. I wonder, you know, the following year after that, or a few years later, after he'd been Man of the Year, and if somebody'd been offered Man of the Year, would they gone, no, thank you, don't want to be associated, you know, I don't know. And finally, question number 6. If you suffer from arachnophobia, which animal are you scared from? If you suffer from arachnophobia, which animal are you scared of? The answer was spiders. Was or is spiders. All right. So, well, there you go. That's the answers to rounds 1 and rounds 2. Part 1 of our quiz. Part 2 of our quiz coming up as soon as we've done another one of our Squiz questions, where we get you to put some answers in the comment box and gives one of you a chance of winning some money on our scratch cards. So, end of round 1. Let's do the Squiz thing, shall we? Why not? Come on, go! Woo! Squiz. Okay, right, let's have a little look. What shall I do for this now, this Squiz thing? Now, I've got a few things in front of me that I could do here, and I'm wondering whether to do this or this. Decisions, isn't it? Do you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to do this, actually. Yeah, okay. Now, in the main part of the quiz, we've been encouraging you not to put your answers, please, into the comment box. Now you can put your answers into the comments box. It's the fastest fingers first. I'm going to ask you a question. The first person to put the correct answer into the comment box wins one of these scratch cards, which I'm going to scratch off for you at the end of the show, all right? So it's the first person with the correct answer. You win a scratch card. We'll scratch a scratch card off for you at the end of the show. Any money that you get, right, we will split it with you. Can't say any fairer than that, right? If it's over £10, okay, and under £100, do you know what? We're going to give it all to you, right? If it's over £100, we'll split it 50-50, all right? So anything over 10, anything under £10, in all honesty, it's not worth us the stamp sending it for you. What we'll do, anything under £10 is we'll probably either put it into our safe or our safe cracker, or we'll buy some more scratch cards with it. But anything 10 to £100 out of the kindness of our heart, we're going to give you it all. Anything over £100, then we'll split it with you 50-50. All right, there you go. Okay, so who's going to win the next one? We've got, I've given away, how many have I given away so far? I've given away 2 so far, I think, haven't I? Yeah, I think so. Anthony, keep track of this, because I can't remember. I'm going to need you to write the names down at the end, because my memory's like, I can't remember, did I tell you? I forget now. Okay, right, who's going to get it? I've decided which one I'm going to do. I'm going to do a Where Am I? Okay, so in a minute, I'm going to be transported magically from here to somewhere else. What, have I got any transporting music? Something like, oh, what about this? Ah, there you go. I will be transported to somewhere else, away from all this COVID-19 thing, to somewhere sunny. You will see a picture of that place appear behind me. I will tell you a few facts about that place. How many facts have I got? I've got about 5 facts here. So I'll tell you 3 facts and have a bit of a break. The first person to tell me where I am by looking at the picture and looking at the facts, all right, will win themselves one of these scratch cards, which we will scratch off at the end, and you could win, how much is it today? It's £100,000. There you go. Can't say fairer than that. Right, where am I? I hope that this works. Let's have a look. Let's do a bit of a, here we go. I'm going to disappear and appear somewhere. Ah, there you go. Right, so this is a picture of where I am. I'm going to give you a clue, right? It's a city on the Mississippi River. I'm in a city, oh, I wish. I'm on a city in the Mississippi River. Okay, now if you notice, I haven't actually put up the comment box for this one, and I think the reason for that's quite obvious, because I want everybody to see the picture and remember the picture and get into it. I can see the comment box. Yes! Yeah! How about, hold on! Stop the bus! Da, 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 da. It was New Orleans, and the first one was Mr. George. Look, Mr. George, I found out how to press that button that brings the thing up there. Adam George, congratulations. It is New Orleans. Welcome to New Orleans. I didn't even have to go through all my other facts about New Orleans. Like in 1796, it became the first city to host opera in the United States. 3, it's the place where voodoo was first introduced to the USA. It's nicknamed the Big Easy, and it's famous for its Mardi Gras. So those were our questions. I should write people's names on the back of this. Adam George, Jason Cooper. There was another one. I'm sure there wasn't. I can't remember. Well done, Mr. George. Right, we'll be coming back to you right at the very end, and we'll be scratching one of these for you. I'm so excited. Why am I excited? Because nothing's gone wrong so far. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Right. Okay. If you're playing for fun, it's time to get back on with the main quiz then. I can see from the comment box that there's a few more people that have actually joined us. In case you weren't around in the beginning, just quickly to recap, because I don't want to bore all those people that have already been here. We have decided that from now on, we're going to be broadcasting 3 nights a week. We're going to be broadcasting Tuesday, we're going to be broadcasting Thursday and Sunday. Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. And because Clap for Carers is now finished, this is the last official one today, we're not going to be doing it 8:15 on a Thursday. We're going to be doing it at 8 o'clock. So, right, 8 o'clock on Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday for as long as I manage to survive. Hey ho, live and let die. Oh, Mr. Crook. Okay, right, get on with part 2 of the quiz then, and we're on with round number, what was it, round number? That's it, round number 3. I remember. Funny how you always remember right at the end. Oh, what was that advert from? What was that? Oh, do you remember the advert on the telly? You won't remember if you won't remember if you were younger, but if you're a bit older, like me, if you're about 28, all right, you should remember. There was. Funny how you always remember right at the very end. I'm sure I've asked Petra that question before. And I can't remember what she said. Petra, what is that? Funny how you always remember right at the very end. There was an advert, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Right, question number 1, round number 3. Round number 3. Here we go. What is the collective term for a group of rhinoceroses? What is the collective term? I'm peeking here. Why am I peeking? Peeking. It's probably because I'm talking so fast and loud. What is the collective term for a group of rhinoceroses? Question number 2. Question number 2. 14% of all Americans could not identify which country on a map. 14% of Americans could not identify which country on a map. Having a little dance, yeah, to this. I think I'll shut it up a little bit, yeah. Question number 3. In America, in 1945, this first bit's a statement, not a question. In America, in 1945, a chicken continued to live without a head. How long for? What happened? There was a farmer. He had a chicken. I use the term had a chicken because he decapitated the chicken. Well, he still had it after he decapitated it because it stayed around for a little bit. But yeah, the farmer decapitated his chicken, but he didn't quite do it properly. The head came off, but something happened, and the chicken stayed alive for a period of time after. I want you to tell me, was it A, 2 days, B, 2 weeks, C, 2 months, or D, 2 years? How long did the chicken... How long did the chicken survive for after the farmer cut his head off? Question number 4. Where is the only... Oh, excuse me. Must have been the beans. Where is the only ATM in the world that gives instructions in Latin? Where is the only ATM in the world that gives instructions in Latin? And it's not in Penland, right? Before anybody puts that down, or it's no, all right? That was a bit of a local reference, wasn't it? Sorry if you're, yeah, no, okay. Moving swiftly along. Where is the only ATM in the world that gives instructions in Latin? Question number 5. 33% of the world's population can't do what with their fingers? Right? They can't do something with their fingers. All right, and 33% of the world's population can't do this with their fingers. What is it that they cannot do? So 33% of the world's population can't do what with their fingers? What can't they do with their fingers? All right, have a guess. If you don't know, have a guess. Chances are there's not a lot of things you can do with your fingers. Well, just have a guess. Okay. Question number 5, and finally, question number 6. What goes all around the world, all around the world, all around... That was a song. Oh, shut up, copyright. What goes all around the world but stays in the corner? What goes all around the world but stays in the corner? That's one of those ones that you go, I know, I'm going to put the answers in the comment box. Don't put the answer in the comment box. No answer in the comment box, please, for a main quiz. What goes all around the world but stays in the corner? That's one of them that you either get straight away, or you never get at all, or you might get after a minute, or you don't get. It's just a question. That's all it is. Okay, right then, round 4. Ow! Round number 4, question number, van. I'm baking, yeah. Should I turn the fan on? I might turn the fan on in a minute, right? And you can tell me if you can't hear me because the fan's making too much noise. The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city? The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city? I'm desperately looking at the question here because it would be wonderful if Mr. Cranny had made a spelling mistake in this question. But as much as I'm looking, I can't see one. No. The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city? There you go. Okay, question number 2. Native to the Caribbean, what sort of animal is the mountain chicken? Multiple choice here. Native to the Caribbean, what sort of animal is the mountain chicken? Is it... There is a spelling mistake. Is there? There is a spelling error there hidden for you. What? I'll go back to that in a minute. Apparently, I've been told he's subtly put in a spelling error there for me, on purpose, of course. And you know, he wouldn't do anything, you know, that he didn't know about because he's highly educated. He had an approved education. He went to an approved school. Yeah, we'll have a look. I'll have a little look at that in a minute. Okay, question number, that was native to the Caribbean. What sort of animal is the mountain chicken? Is it A, a frog, B, a goat? Well, I would have thought it would have been a chicken. Obviously not. Okay, question 3. Who sang about being an eggman and a walrus? Who sang about being an eggman and a walrus? I was going to burst into it. I was going to sing it to you then, but no, better not, because otherwise give you a clue, wouldn't it? Right, I've got to try and remember who these are for. One of these are for Mr. Cooper, wasn't it? One of these are for Jason. One of these is for Adam George. There you go. And there was one more, wasn't it? Was there another one for you, Jace? Did we have 2 for you? Did he win the safe cracker as well? Anthony, let me know. Can't remember. Mine's gone too mush. Okay, question number 4. Over a lifetime, the average person grows how much nose hair? And do you know what I've just realised before? I got a confession to make. Put my hand up. Sorry, miss. Before I realised, normally when I go and have my hair cut, I have me nose sort of waxed as well. But I sort of stopped it a while back for the simple reason he went blood all over the place. Anyway, I haven't waxed my nose in a while, and I did notice that the hairs have started to creep back, and I was going to give him a little too much information in it, but I didn't anyway. So anyway, back to the question. Over a lifetime, the average person grows, grows how much nose hair? Sorry, Jules. Is it A, 2 feet, B, 5 feet, C, 7 feet, or D, 12 feet? I know, I shut my mouth now. Sorry, Jules. Yeah. That's over a lifetime. Question number 5. Oh, now this is interesting. What happened between the 3rd and the 13th of September, right? Thank you, Mr. Crook. What happened between the 3rd and the 13th of September, 1751? What happened between the 3rd and the 13th of September, 1751? Something happened. What happened, right? Don't look it up. Don't Google it, right? Just don't. I know it might be frustrating, right? But just, Jules, do you know the answer, or you just either Jules knows the answer to this, or she's commenting on my nose thing. And either way. Hello, Jules. Okay, fantastic. That was question number 5. Question number 6. This is the final question in our final round, so it's the final thing. Too much information. Sorry, Mr. Reynolds. I'll shut up now. I'm not going to do anything. Sorry. I know. All right. Hello, Ewan. How are we, mate? I'll give you a call tomorrow. I haven't spoken to you in ages. Finally, question number 6. In the film The Greatest Showman, what's special about Letty Lutz? In the film The Greatest Showman, what is special about Letty Lutz? All right. There you go. We chucked that one in for the kiddies, because we know the children sort of like all that type of thing. Trying to be a bit more children friendly. Hello. So in the film The Greatest Showman, what's special about Letty Lutz? All right, a quick recap of that. Then we're going to go over the answers. Then after we've gone over the answers, we're going to give you one more Squiz question for the chance to win a scratch card. Then we're going to scratch all the scratch cards off and see if any of you have won up to £100,000. We're also going to do our safe cracker. Mr. Cooper, I believe, Jason Cooper, got that right. We can ask him what his number is for a safe cracker, and we're going to be progressing down the road there to see how we're doing. Right, first of all, though, a quick recap on these. Round number 4, final round. Question 1, the UK Dyslexic Research Trust is based in which British city? Question number 2, native to the Caribbean, what sort of animal is a mountain chicken? Question number 3, who sang about being an eggman and a walrus? Question number 4, over a lifetime, the average person grows how much nose hair? Too much information. Question 5, what happened between the 3rd and the 13th of September, 1751? And finally, question number 6, in the film The Greatest Showman, what's special about Letty Lutz? That is it. That's the second part of the quiz finished. It's the main part of the quiz. That's all we've got to do left now before we do the scratchy cards, and the last chance of winning the scratchy cards is the answers, which are coming right now. Squiz. Okay, how are we all doing? All right, okay. If you just joined us and you've not joined us before, welcome to the Squiz, the fun quiz of trivia questions as opposed to boring general knowledge questions. Questions that make you go, ooh. And we also give you a chance of winning some scratch cards as well, where you can scratch them live and get you the chance of winning up to £100,000. If you didn't know about us, now you do. We're with you every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. Tell your friends, drag them along as well. The more, the merrier. We've got space because we've got a nice brand new studio. Okay, let's have a little look then, shall we? Let's go to round number 3, time for the answers in part 2. If you did miss any of the answers in part 1, or missed some of the answers, this will be actually posted. This whole live broadcast, yes, we are live, believe it or not. This whole live broadcast will be posted live on Facebook and on YouTube as well. And if you're not subscribing to us on YouTube, please go and join us on YouTube. I think we've only got about 7 subscribers because we started on Facebook, right? And everything that we do is on. We do actually broadcast live on YouTube as well. So if you're watching us on Facebook, you're only getting us in 720. But if you go to YouTube, then we're actually broadcasting in HD, right? We are, 1080. But as long as my little cable connection manages to sort it. So please, if you know us, tell your friends. Go and like us on YouTube as well. And we'll open up an Instagram account as well. I'll tell you about that later. Okay then, round 3. Question number 1. What is the collective term for a group of rhinoceroses? It is not rhinoceri. It is not rhinoceri or rhinoceru. It is, in fact, a crash. That's what you call a group of rhinoceroses, right? A crash of rhinoceroses. Which I think some of these do actually, when you get when you get a term that describes a group of things, some of them actually do describe that group of things beautifully, like a flamboyance of flamingos, or a crash of rhinoceros. I think that's absolutely brilliant. Well done. So crash, if you got that right, big thumbs up, fantastic. Question number 2, 14% of Americans could not identify which country Jules was right. Yeah, I know. Yeah. 14% of Americans could not identify which country on a map. 40% of Americans couldn't identify which country on a map. America. Yeah, well, what do I say? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, moving swiftly along. Question number 3. In America, sticking with America, got a bit of an America fetish this week, haven't you, Mr. Cranny? In America in 1945, a chicken continued to live without a head for how long? Was it A, 2 days? I think the music's a bit loud then. Was it A, 2 days, B, 2 weeks, C, 2 months, or D, 2 years? How long did this chicken last for? You're not going to believe this. He lasted for 2 years, right? They actually took him on tour and called it, I can't remember what they call it, Bert or Harry the Headless Chicken or something like that. And they took him on tour and he lasted for 2 years and they were showing him around. Well, not showing him around, obviously, because you couldn't see because he didn't have a head. And they used to feed him, apparently, with a little teeth pipette. They had a little teeth pipette thing and they used to sort of stuff it. Too much information. All right, question number 4. There you go, educational as well. See, not only giving you the chance of winning money, giving you a chance of a bit of fun, a little bit of fun as well. Oh, Mr. Crook's a big fan of the old Americas by the looks of it. Where is the only ATM in the world that gives instructions in Latin? This is question 4. Where is the only ATM in the world that gives instructions in Latin? Where is that? It is, of course, in Vatican City, in Roma. Roma. I don't know why I'm singing Roma to the tune of Viva España. And yeah. Question number 5. 33% of the world's population can't do something with their fingers. What can't they do? They can't click the fingers, all right? 33% of the world's population can't click the fingers, which means that the rest of them can. So, excuse me, that means 60, yeah, the rest of them can. I'm not going down that route. And finally, question number 6. What goes all around the world but stays in the corner? Right, okay, come on then. Let's see. What, do you know the answer to this? Put the answers in. Pass this fingers first. Before I give you the answer, right, who can tell me what goes all around the world but stays in the corner? I'm not going to give a card away for this because I'm losing track. I've got too many cards. But just out of interest, to prove that you're cleverer than anybody else is, fastest fingered first on it. What? On an evening with... Jules Swansea. Well done, Jules Swansea. All right, as I said, unfortunately, no card for that, but you are clever than anybody. Who else have we got? Jules Swansea. Jean Cranny, Dust. Okay, now we got, let's have a look. Can I swap that over? Jean Cranny, got Dust, no. Petra Cranny, Stamp. Yeah, you were right. Unfortunately, Jules, but Jules got there first. Postage stamp, that was the answer. Fantastic. Well done. Okay, on with round number, I haven't told you the answer to that. It was a stamp. Was a stamp. All right, so well done. Question number 1, round number 4, I think we are. Here we go. The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city? The UK's Dyslexic Research Trust. Now, Mr. Cranny told me there was a spelling mistake in there. It is based in which British city? The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust. I reckon you winded me up, Mr. Cranny. I don't reckon there's a spelling mistake in there. I might be wrong now. I might not be seeing it just because, can anybody see a spelling mistake in there? I've been told by our question master that he put in a spelling mistake in there. Now, either he did put it, now there's 2 things here, true or false. Either he did put in a spelling mistake and I can't see it, in which case I'm getting a bit too hot. Or B, he's just winding me up. I can't see anything in this. I'm going to move swiftly along. If you can see anything, let me know as we go along, okay? The answer to that, anyway, is, you're not going to believe this, the answer is Reading. Reading. That's where the UK's Dyslexic Research Trust is based in which British city? Reading. I wonder where the National Association of Irony is based. Okay, question number 2. Native to the Caribbean, what sort of winded me up? He was winding me up. You're a wind-up merchant, Mr. Cranny. You wait. Native to the Caribbean, I can take it, I'm a big boy now, apparently. Native to the Caribbean, what sort of animal is the mountain chicken? Is it a frog or is it a goat? Believe it or not, the mountain chicken is a frog. Of course it would be. What else would it be? Mountain chicken would be a frog. I don't know. If I didn't know the answer to that, I might have put goat, because I've heard of mounted goats, but I haven't heard of mounted frogs. Yeah, okay. Question number 3. Who sang about being an eggman and a walrus? I'm sure you'll have got this one. It was, of course, the Beatles. I am an eggman. I am an eggman. I am a milkman and a walrus. Yes, yeah, Beatles. There you go. So that was the Beatles. Question 4. Over a lifetime, the average person grows how much? Oh yes, this is the question. Of course, there's a bit of concern there from Jules in Swansea. Sorry, Jules. The average person grows how much nose hair? Is it A, 2 feet, B, 5 feet, C, 7 feet, D, 12 feet? The answer is number 4. 7 feet. 7 feet of nose hair. By the time you're born till the time you die, 7 feet. That's a heck of a lot of nose hair, isn't it? I wonder how much foot hair you grow. 12 noses, probably. Question number 5. What happened between the 3rd and the 13th of September, 1751? Oh, right, okay. Now, this is an interesting one as well. Anybody know? Answers. Come on, put them in here. I love this one, right? Okay. What happened between the 3rd and the 13th of September, 1751? Does anybody know the answer? All right. While I'm waiting for you to put your bits in the comment box, right, I am going to tell you, remind you once again that from this week, we're on Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. Thursday's moving to 8 o'clock, so make sure that you're there. Thanks. A clue. You want a clue? You want a clue? Okay. Here's a clue. Jules wants a clue. Okay. The 3... What's that? What's that? The stock market's collapsed for the first time? You're joking me. I've just had this. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is from. But somebody's sent something to my 3 Blind Monkeys. The stock market collapsed for the first time. Oh, right. That's sort of one of the other channels that I do about stock market and spread betting. I need to have a look at that and find out what that's about. Bye. No, I'm not going to do it just now. That's fine. Okay, clue, Jules, clue. What am I holding in between? Let me come on. What am I holding in between my hands? What am I holding? This is a clue, right? Jules for Swansea and everybody else. What am I holding in between my hands at this moment in time? Right? So if you can work that out, then you'll know what the answer is to this question. Jules, do you know what am I holding in my hand? I got to think of all this bit. What am I holding in my hands right now? Anybody know? Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. This is just so interesting. Hot air balloon. No, it's not a hot air balloon. What's in between my hands, Jules? What's in between my hands? What's in between my... Paul Austin Crook, you haven't got it either. No, okay, I'll tell you. Nothing happened on those days. Nothing at all. Why did nothing happen on those days? Nothing happened on those days because, I know. Because, where's the answer? Those are the dates that we changed the calendar. Yeah, all right, you got it now. I just told you, right? Because those dates didn't exist. Those are the dates that we swapped the calendars. We went from the, I think it was the Gregorian calendar to the calendar that we use now, or are we using the Gregorian now? I don't know. Anyway, we swapped calendars, and there was about 11 days discrepancy. So they lost those days. They just went, right, forget them. So nothing happened on those days. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it's amazing what you learned here. And finally, question number 6. In the film The Greatest Showman, what's special about Letty Lutz? All right, here we go. The answer is she has a beard. She has a beard. All right, just looking around now, I just realised, trying to think ahead here, and I don't know whether I've got a scratch card, so I might have to dash off and get a scratch card now in a minute. All right, there you go. That's it for the end of your main quiz. I've got to scratch these cards and give, yeah, well done, Jules. I've got to scratch these cards off and we're going to find out the next stage of our safe cracker. Stay with us. Here we go.
Squiz.
Oh, right, okay, come dashing back. I have to get one of the... Oh, I left my glasses over there. Hold on a second. Well, goodness gracious. Where's my glasses? La, 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 la. Where did I put them? Oh, I'm going to use these ones, I think. Fantastic. Right, okay. Get rid of this music. No, gone. Fantastic. Right. Okay, I have got 3 cards here to scratch for people now to find out whether or not they are going to win themselves £100,000. If you would like to be have a card scratch on your behalf as well, you have got one more chance. Right? We've got one more question, one more Squiz question, which I'm going to do now. And again, it's the fastest fingers first on the old comment box. All right, fastest fingers first on the comment box. And we're going over. I'm going to try something new. Let's try this, shall we? This is my, where are we? Okay. This is a famous person. We've got a jigsaw here of a famous person. Well, actually, it's a picture of a famous person behind a jigsaw, a plain yellow jigsaw. Can anybody tell me who this person is, please? All right, take a look at it. What I'm going to do, very, very slowly, is I'm going to start taking jigsaw pieces away. All right, I'm going to start taking jigsaw pieces away. The first person to tell me who this celebrity is. Oh, my lord, Mr. Crook. Mr. Crook, you are on the ball. I didn't even take, wow, that deserves a fanfare. Yeah, Mr. Crook, it is in fact Whoopi Goldberg, even though I haven't spelt it right, Paul. All right, I will give it to you anyway. All right, so Adam, you're yeah, well done. Adam George got it right as well. I'm still waiting for anybody else before the actual time comes through, because I know there's a bit of a delay. No, I think everybody realizes that we've got it now, so that's fantastic. It was Whoopi. Didn't think any of you. I'm gonna have to start from no pieces next time, aren't I? She's not Whoopi. She's not Whoopi. I know. Oh, look, don't start. Yes. She's not Whoopi either. She's She's W-O-P-P-I, I think it is. Actually, Adam. Yeah, she's not. Oh, no. Yeah, I see what you mean. Right, okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Whoopi Goldberg. You never could spell, Mr. Mr. Crook. Right. We need to give you one of these, Mr. Crook. Right. So we've got to do these now then. Right. If you didn't win, right, if you didn't win one of these today, don't worry, because we're on again on, what day is it today? I don't know. We're on again on Sunday. Don't forget 8 o'clock. Tuesday, next Tuesday. I'm good, baby. Good. Right, so we got 4 of these to scratch. Mr. Cranny, Mr. Anthony Cranny, if you are watching, right, please stay on the ball here. Remind me who I've got to scratch these for, all right? Have a look back in the things, because I can't quite remember, because my memory's... I know I've got to scratch one of them for Adam. I've got to scratch one of them for, I believe I've got to scratch one of them for, oh, you've texted to me, have you? I can't see me oh, Mr. Cranny, no, don't text me, Mr. Cranny, because I'm using this and I get all mixed up. Right, okay, it's that time where I start panicking, because I've got to use my second camera and I've got to scratch all these cards. So let's have a little look and see what we can manage to do here, shall we? If I press this button here, we should now have dual screen. Oh yes, we have, but we've got the green screen on there. Why have we got the green screen on there? I don't know. I need, I'm going to get me off here, shall I? Yeah, okay, let's put my background in for some reason. I don't know why my background's not there. Let's go to here like that and put me background in from here. Bear with me 1 second, everybody. Oh, I can't. Can I? No. Why has that gone from there now? Sorry, everybody, bear with me. Won't be a second. Got 4 of these to scratch. I can feel you all leaving me as we think, but I want to make sure this is fine. I'm actually going to put this on here. I won't be 2 seconds now. Squiz questions bright. Squiz questions test broadcast living room shutters dogs. Monitors, there you go, that's the one that I want. I'm going to put that one there, and then I can go to here. It's all very technical, isn't it? Card scratch box, and then drag that from there onto there, and then we should be all right. Then that's fine. Okay, brilliant. And in fact, what I want to do is I want to go transparent, so I wanted to get rid of it anyway. One of them things. Right, sorry everybody. Right, card scratch time then. Let's have a little look. So I'm going to scratch this one for you, Mr. George. All right, so this is going to be scratched for you. Let's have a little look here, and away we go. Let's have some music, shall we? Might as well sort this out, I think. Here we go. Quick as we can. Your first number off. Don't forget anything between 10 and £100, we give it the full amount. Anything £100 and over, right, we'll share it 50-50. So we're looking for 2. We got a £2 there, we got a £1 there, we got a £5 there, we've got a £1 there. Anything over under £10, it's not worth sending it to you really. We've got a £2, a £2, a £2. So we've got 2 £2s, 2 £1s, a £5, a £20, and can you see this? Yes, of course you can. And finally we've got £100 there. Okay, Anthony, you need to put the names in the comment box, mate, because I can't see me things. I know that one was for Mr. George. Right, let's scratch this for Mr. Cooper, because I know Mr. Cooper, you won one, didn't you? All right, there we go. Live. There we're live TV. Here we go. Let's have a look. See what we got here. £100. £100. £50. Oh dear. £1,000. £2. Hello. Who's? It's a winner. It's a winner. What's a winner? Is it a winner? £2, £1, £5, £20. No, it's not. £20. I'll double check that for you, Adam. £20. £50, £20, £20, £20. £1,000. £1,000. Am I missing something? Yeah. What? Live TV. Adam George done. George Patrick. All right. Okay. £2 winner. Paul Austin. Where was that? £2 winner. £2 winner. £2 winner. Oh yes, it was. Sorry, it's £2 winner. Yeah, but it's under 10 quid, so we keep that anyway. Right. To buy more cards with, right? Anything between, as I said, anything between 10 and 100 quid, you get the whole lot. Anything over 100 quid, we split it 50-50 with you. And anything under 10 quid, then we buy some more cards with. Let's have a look. Look, while I'm talking to you, now somebody could have won £10,000. You keep an eye on it. He didn't catch a 4th winner. We will double check these afterwards. Right, let me double check this. £100, £50, £1,000, £1,000, £1,000, £1,000, £100, £10,000, £20, £20, £20. No, there you go. All right. So that was for, who did I say that was for? That was for Jason Cooper, wasn't it? Yeah. Jace, that's for you. Who else? Who else are we doing one for? I can't remember. Who else did we say? Jace, you had 2, didn't you? So we had, and who won the, so we had 1 for Jason, 1 for Adam. Mr. Crook. This is yours, right? I remember. Mr. Crook, this is yours for your Whoopi Goldberg. I think there was 1 more. Let me know who the other one was. Was it Mr. Cooper twice? Anthony, help me out. Put it in the comments, please. Here we go. £50. So this is for you, Mr. Crook. £50. £5,000. £20. Yeah. Thank you, Adam. £20. So that's 2 £20. Another £1,000. Let's see if we've got 20. Another £100. £1,000. £5,000. There's 2 £5,000 and a £50. So let me just double check this. 50, 50, 5,000, 5,000, 1,000, 20, 20. No hard lines, and I think that was Sorry, Mr. Crook, hard lines. I think that was it. Was it just 3 then? Have I missed anybody out? If I missed you out, right? If I missed your second go out and everything, you got 30 seconds to let me know now while I sort of do all my roundup here. But I think that was just about everybody. I'm sure there was one more actually. Perhaps there was 2 for Mr. Cooper, and he's just being nice and decided he'd only want 1. We'll have a little check on that, and if that is the case, scratch the multiplier box on my winner. Oh, right, okay. All right, we've got a discrepancy here. Right, 21, which one was it? 2, 2, 2. Right, okay. Thank you, Jules. That's fun. I'm going to put that on the screen, you know, Jules, because I love you, Jules. Never mind, your quiz is only one we need. Yes, that's right. It's the only one we need. Cheer everybody up. You're all cheering me up as well. It's nice to see people here rather than me just playing with myself. That came out wrong, really. I did it again. Okay, I'm going to scratch. I just did a thing from Mr. George. I've got to scratch his multiplier box. Ooh, I need a jingle for that, don't I? I do. So let's scratch his multiplier box while we're actually at it. All right. 1 times, 2 times, 2. Sorry, Mr. George. There you go. That is just about it for that. Right, I can get rid of this now. I kind of put that up there. Oh, and it was going so well. And then he saw me green screen. Oh, right. Now, if you weren't with us right earlier on, then you won't know that from now on, I'd like to get to meet you and chat to you a little bit more. I don't get an awful lot of time doing the quiz itself. So from 10 to 8, I will be opening up the camera and the chat box and everything, all right? And we will, yeah, it could have been a lot more, Adam. And we will be having a little pre-show chat from about 10 to 8 every evening. Do tell your friends if you've enjoyed us. We're broadcasting on Facebook, we're broadcasting on YouTube. Do like us on YouTube. Go and subscribe to us there. You'll get a much, much higher quality thing. It's 1080p as opposed to 720p on Facebook. Thank you all for joining. We've got to give loads more of these away. We really, really enjoy doing it. You've been absolutely brilliant. The next one is on Sunday. Make sure you're here Sunday at 8 o'clock. All right, because I will miss you otherwise. That's it for me. Have a great rest of the evening, and I'll see you Sunday. Make sure you're there. All right? Okay, bye.
Squiz.